Today, I want to talk about time, the concept of time, and how much of it do we actually have in this life, or maybe how little we have and why that matters. Look, we've all heard it before, right? You only live once, but we usually say that when we're about to do something just stupid, right? Send it! But let's take a look at the numbers. How much time do you really have in life? And what are you gonna do differently now you know what you're up against? I'm a visual person. To better help us understand the concept of time and what we're looking at, we're gonna spend a little bit of time really quick to watch this video, because I can only say so much. Cue it.
These are roughly 28,835 jelly beans. I counted out 500 of them and used those to weigh the rest. In this pile, there's one jelly bean for each day that the average American will live. You might have more beans in your life, or maybe less, but on average, this is the time we have.
So if you're following that first number, 28,835, of course I got my trusty calculator. People at work make fun of me for having this bad boy, but 28,835 divided by 365 gives you 79 years, which is the average American life expectancy.
Here's a single bean. It's your very first day. A special day, but kind of a rough day on everyone involved. Add 364 more and you have the first year of your life. Now, for a sense of scale, here are your first 15 years, 5,475 days, which brings us to the threshold of adulthood. And at that moment, this is the time that we have left.
So after you subtract those 15 years, you're left with what? 64 years.
And this is, on average, what we will do with all that time. We will be asleep for a total of 8,477 days. If we're lucky, some of that time we'll be sleeping next to someone we love.
The average American sleeps about 7.05 hours.
We will be in the process of eating, drinking, or preparing food for 1,635 days.
The average American spends more than an hour eating.
We'll be at work, hopefully doing something satisfying, for the equivalent of 3,202 of those days. 1,099 days will be spent commuting or traveling from one place to another, maybe a little bit more if you live in LA.
As you can see, most of your life is spent working, so make sure you're doing something that you kind of like. So I have a quote for you. To the people that think you're crazy for doing what you love, I say they're crazy for doing something they don't. Doing something you hated day in and day out, I had to learn it the hard way. Now, doesn't make any sense to me, but find something worthwhile, something worth spending your life on.
On average, we will watch television in one form or another for a total of 2,676 days. Household activities, like chores and tending to our pets and shopping, will take another 1,576 days. And we will care for the needs and well-being of others, our friends and family, for 564 days. We'll spend 671 days bathing, grooming, and doing all other bathroom-related activities.
Guess how long the average American spends on the toilet? This poll says that the average person spends 1 hour and 42 minutes a week, or 92 days over a lifetime. Probably spent a lot more than that. That's about 2,208 hours, which is about the time of summer. So in your life, you will have been taking a shit for all of summer. God, you nasty boy. The next question is, how long is too long on the toilet? A recent study says if you are a typical man, I'm not a typical man.
I am no man.
The people who like to do the math on these sorts of things say the average guy spends about 112 days. Okay, so different studies, the numbers are pretty close. Go figure.
And another 720 days will go to community activities like religious and civic duties, charities, and taking classes. After we remove all those beans, this is what remains. This is the time that we have left.
So that leaves us with 2,740 days, or jelly beans. Divide that by 365, and that leaves you with 7.5 years. What are you going to do with that 7.5 years of life? What you going to do?
So what are you going to do with this time? How much of it do you think you've already used up? If you only had half of it, what would you do differently? What about half of that? How much time have you already spent worrying instead of doing something that you love? What if you just had one more day? What are you going to do today?
You want to hear some numbers? It's kind of depressing.
No.
Well, if the average American lives to 79 years, how many years do you think you have, like, free to do whatever you want?
20.
20 years. Do you want to know what it actually is? 7.5 years. Aren't you excited?
You can't handle the truth.
Aren't you guys excited? Oh, man. Damn. It's kind of depressing. So go out there, live your life, do what you want. It actually is pretty short. But remember, life can get really, really busy sometimes. But please don't forget to make time for those that you love and care about. We've talked about time, kind of the lack thereof. I'll go find this clip where billionaires are saying, like, you can have all the money in the world, but you can't buy time.
Yeah, I mean, it's the only thing you can't buy. I mean, I can buy anything I want, basically, but I can't buy time.
And you can make all the money in the world, but you can't buy time. Life can get really, really busy sometimes, and we forget to make time for those that we love and care about. Hopefully, with your time, you can do something that is impactful, meaningful, and leaves the world better than when you found it. Sometimes it does feel overwhelming with all the crap that's happening in the world, but understand that you can change your world, right? Like, the world is pretty big, but your world, those around you, your impact and influence is exponential. And thirdly, my friends, please make time for yourself as well. Your health, your mind, your emotions, and your relationship with you. Hopefully some of this is thought-provoking. If you guys have any interesting facts to share, please drop it down below so we can all digest it. In such a fast-paced world, we do need to take time to reflect, to think introspectively, and understand our why, our purpose. What are you here for? So as always, be kind. I can't say this enough. Don't be an asshole. Be kind. Do good things. Challenge yourself. And go and spread some love. Until next time, peace, spread love, and cheers.
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it! If you're tired of starting over, stop giving up.
Do it. Nothing is impossible. Do it. Make your dreams come true. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Just do it.
Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. Yesterday, you said no. You can wake up.
What are you gonna do differently now you know what you're up against? What you gonna do?